who has quickly grown up, which leads to this guy. Ah, the miracle of birth. Shaw reteams with Davis Head because, well, everyone else is dead. They decide to fly off together to find the engineer's home planet, but their story is over for now. Fast forward about 60 years. The mega corporation Weyland-Yutani has begun mining operations in space. On its way back to Earth, the company's commercial towing vehicle, Nostromo, picks up a mysterious signal from LV-426, sister moon to LV-223, and the team is sent to investigate. They're led to a crashed alien ship where Executive Officer Kane finds a room full of alien eggs, and this thing latches onto his face. Back on the ship, Science Officer Ash and Captain Dallas decide to laser it off.
How come they don't freeze him? How come you guys don't freeze him?
But, you know, acid blood. The facehugger inseminates Kane, and now the baby xenomorph wants out. Ah, the miracle of birth. New mission. Kill that thing. Unfortunately, the alien is way better at killing than the people are. Ripley wants answers. She finds out Ash has been working with the company to bring the alien back to Earth for their research. Also, he's a robot. He tries to kill Ripley with a rolled-up magazine, but gets set on fire instead. More people die, and Ripley gets ready for the final showdown. She blows the thing out the airlock and fries it in the ship's engines, for good measure. Exhausted, Ripley and her cat go back to hypersleep on an escape pod for 57 years. After her uber-long stasis, Ripley is recovered and ridiculed by Weyland-Yutani, which claims that she made up the whole thing about the alien, and that they've had a colony set up on LV-426 for years. Too bad they lose contact with that colony. Company man Burke offers Ripley the chance to go back to space with a bunch of colonial marines to investigate. This time, the cat stays home. Smart cat. When the spacecraft Sulaco arrives in orbit at the planet, Ripley and the Marines, including Hicks, Hudson, and Vasquez, take a dropship to the surface and immediately get their asses kicked by the swarm of aliens that have used the colonists to cocoon and reproduce.
Hey, maybe you haven't been keeping up on current events, but we just got our asses kicked, pal.
The upside is that they meet a cute kid named Newt, who's the sole survivor of the colony. With everyone trapped on the planet, and the colony's reactor damaged and on the verge of going nuclear...
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man.
The crew's android, Bishop, volunteers to go outside and remote pilot another dropship to rescue them. Meanwhile, Burke reveals that his true aim is to breed some aliens and bring them back to the company. Burke fails, a lot of people die, Hicks gets burned by acid, and the alien queen is discovered. Yep, they have a queen, who is all about the miracle of birth. Bishop shows up with the escape ship, but Ripley heads back into the alien hive and lights up their ET asses. She saves Newt and blasts off with Bishop and Hicks right before the colony goes nuclear. But the alien queen shows up again for one last fight. Power Loader versus Queen. Power Loader wins. Back to hypersleep. This time, the gang's trip is cut short by a stowaway facehugger that causes a fire on board. They crash on Fiorina 161, aka Fury 161, aka an all-male, uber-religious prison colony run by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Ripley is the only one to survive. Ripley's presence is totally messing with the inmates' vow of celibacy and, in some cases, general insanity, so time to leave. Of course, it's not that easy. The stowaway facehugger infects a prison dog, creating a new dog alien. People start dying, but the alien refuses to kill Ripley because she was actually impregnated with an alien queen embryo when she was in stasis. A lot of dead inmates later, they finally kill the alien by dumping molten lead on it. Always late to the party, the company shows up to kidnap Ripley and use the alien queen embryo for their bioweapons research. Ripley would rather die than see the new alien queen in corporate hands, so she does, in an act of selfless sacrifice. Ah, the miracle of birth. 200 years later, the United Systems military continues the company's alien research. On board the USM Auriga, a group of scientists conduct a series of cloning experiments in an attempt to recreate Ripley and the alien queen embryo inside her. They finally succeed on their 8th try, and they don't talk much about the first 7 go-rounds. After the queen is removed, it becomes clear that Ripley 8 has acquired some alien DNA and abilities during the cloning process, including acid blood. Meanwhile, a group of space pirates arrive with their ship, the Betty. Among them are the mercenary Joner, the paraplegic Vreese, and the cutie pie Call. They're here to sell the Auriga's General Perez a bunch of poor bastards in hypersleep who are then used to breed more aliens. Soon enough, things go horribly wrong and aliens get out. Dr. Wren, the head of the scientists, explains that the ship has been programmed to automatically return to Earth in an emergency. But Call turns out to be an android, albeit a hotter one than Ash or Bishop, and is able to set the Auriga on a crash course with Earth. New mission, get to the Betty and escape. But before that can happen, the Queen, who inherited some human genes from Ripley, gives birth to an alien-human hybrid. The hybrid kills the Queen and gets googly-eyed for Ripley, thinking that she is her mother. She would technically be its grandmother, but details. The remaining crew escapes, but once again, the alien stows away. In an act of motherly betrayal, Ripley uses her acid blood to burn a hole in the ship's window. The hybrid meets a terrible end. The Auriga blows up, the aliens are toast, and the Earth is saved once again.
You did it. You saved the Earth.
Of course, this isn't the entire story. There's still another tale to be told. One that takes place after the fateful day when Ripley, Newt, Bishop, and Hicks blasted off LV-426 and went into hypersleep. A tale about the Colonial Marines sent to find them.
Captain, who did we bring back? What happened on the Sulaco?
That's it, man. It's game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?